Morning guys, girls, and welcome to another day of the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge. Moving inches and inches closer, or days and days closer I should say, to hitting that 50-day mark. So I'm nearly halfway, which is crazy. I'm really glad that I've made it this far, but scary to think that I've still got this whole block of what I've done to go still. It already feels like so long that I've been doing the challenge, which 50 days is, it's nearly two months worth of, you know, comic book making and whatnot. But look, I'm loving the challenge. I don't find that I'm struggling that much. Having the half an hour to work each day is really not a lot. So it's very manageable. And is this guy gonna go? Sorry, the car in front of me was just sitting at the green light. I was like, what are you doing, pal? Anyway, he's probably just very tired. It is quite early. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. I'm off to work quite early because we're very busy at the moment. So as my timeline goes, this guy's driving half over the road. This guy's insane. What the hell? Alright, sorry, I'm just getting distracted by this guy in front of me. Where was I? Yeah, so when I get to work, I actually do my video editing and everything. There, I upload it, and then I start my work day. So that's why I generally try to get in so early. So by the time it hits 8 o'clock and my work day officially starts, this is all done and I don't have to worry about it. Otherwise I have to do it at lunch, and sometimes my lunch gets a bit distracted with work, so I can't always guarantee that I'll get the video done. Pardon me. So it's just a safer bet to do it earlier, and then I know it's out of the way. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm trying to get in early so I can get the video done, so then I can actually get to work and catch up on some work. So I was also back late last night. One of my guys at work is he's been had a lot of appointments this week, so he's been leaving early, which, you know, it's fine, but at the same time, you know, makes it a bit hard on us to keep up when we've lost so many hours in the week. Anyway, so then yesterday afternoon was interesting. We have a wedding to go to on Saturday, which is Lee's big wedding. So the rider of Monkey Jump is getting married on Saturday. Very excited. I'm going to try and take some footage for you guys. I don't think you've ever actually seen Lee, so might be the first time you'll see him, and you'll see him get married. So there you go. I'm very excited for him. I'm really happy for the both of them. They're such a lovely couple and lovely people. Plus I can't wait to just go and let loose and relax a little bit. I have decided that I'm driving though, so if I drive it means I can't drink a lot and have a couple. But I do not want a repercussion of last weekend, because that was disgusting, and I don't need that 2 weeks in a row. So I'm going to be taking it easy and just enjoying myself and enjoying the company there. So where was I going with this? Oh yes, so we've got the wedding on Saturday, which means I had to go out and buy myself a new shirt, because at the moment I only have so many shirts, and I've lost a little bit of weight since the beginning of the year, so some of those shirts also don't fit me. So went out, found myself a really nice shirt, had some dinner while we were there, seeing as it was, you know, around that time. They've got a little playground in the shopping centre there, so we let April have a play for about 15 minutes, and she was loving it, and it was great too because there was no kids around, so she was super confident, like trying all these different things. Generally when there's kids around, she can be a little bit more weary of what she does. This time she was climbing on everything, going down all the slides. It was the first time we'd seen her like climb up the slide and just go down it all on her own, no issues. Which, you know, doesn't sound like a big thing, but, you know, it's the first time she's ever done it alone without us there to help her. So, you know, it's a big step, it's a big achievement, so we're really proud of her. And it was nice. It was nice to just watch her play and just watch her do what she wanted to. Yeah, that kid makes me smile all the time. It's great. Definitely puts a step in my day, which is good to have, really good to have. Especially when you have stressful days at work or things aren't going your way, etc. She's pretty good at making it easy to forget, as I'm sure most kids are. Oh, there's a fair bit of traffic on the road this morning for 7 o'clock. There we go. There we go. So got home probably around, I want to say about 8 o'clock. So our schedule had already been thrown. Starts above April, get her to bed and everything like that. So by the time we actually got her down and we had started to settle, it was 9 o'clock, which isn't generally too bad. We go to bed about 11ish, 10:30, 11, depending how tired we are. But normally we wrap things up around 8, which means we can start doing what we want to do at 8 o'clock. You know, whether like for me to do my 30 minutes, etc., etc. By that point, you know, 9 o'clock, we're already tired. I just wanted to sit on the couch at this point. So what I did was, I just got my the page that I was working on for Monkey Junk and just sat on the couch and drew it there. So did some more ink in there. So the downside is that I didn't get any footage, so I apologise for that. I also forgot to take a photo because I'm useless. But I still did my 30 minutes. Now what I didn't do last night, I discussed this with you guys yesterday, was I didn't do my March of Robots. I've officially decided that I'm not going to continue on with that challenge, and I'm going to focus more on Monkey Junk. In saying that though, and this is going to segue into my discussion for the day, which I'm already 6 minutes in, so hopefully this isn't a super long video, but this is where, you know, where I wanted to lead to. One second, I'll just have a sip of my coffee. Okay, now I'm ready. Well, it's a bit hot. Okay, scheduling. One of the things I need to do now that I know that I'm not doing much of robots, and I know that I'm doing the 100 days challenge, is I need to start scheduling what my evenings are going to look like, so I can prepare every day and prepare my week ahead. Now, the reason I want to do this is, as you know, with March of Robots, my intention with March of Robots was to allow me to have a new post every day on my Instagram and on my Facebook to create higher activity, more interaction, etc., etc., which worked. I've got a ton of new followers, tons of likes, all that, you know, by posting 7 days consecutively, and I'm really happy with that result. I don't want to lose that momentum, but I also don't have the opportunity to create as much art as I'd like. So this is where scheduling comes in, and this is why it's important to talk about it, because I think a lot of people need to start doing this. A lot of people need to start scheduling their time to make sure that they can manage the art that they're doing. And the whole point of the 100-day challenge, at least for me, the way I see it, is it's a schedule 30 minutes every day to draw challenge. That's what it is. In black and white, it's making sure that you're creating a schedule and developing a habit based off of that schedule. So that's the schedule I already have locked in. I do 30 minutes a day on Monkey Junk, and that's great, and that happens. It's been happening for nearly 50 days now, and that's a great habit to have, and I have no doubt that I'll be continuing that habit after the 100 days, because I will still be doing video updates anyway, so I'll be trying to keep myself accountable for that. Okay, now Kill the Hero comes into the mix. In my mind, I had told myself I was going to do 1 to 2 hours a night on Kill the Hero, so I could actually get that done. That seems less achievable, given how sporadic my nights can be, like last night for example. So my idea now is to schedule 30 minutes of Monkey Junk and then 30 minutes to Kill the Hero. That allows me to be creating art. It doesn't have to be finished, I don't have to be finishing full pieces, as long as I'm creating art for both of those projects. Now the downside with this is, by doing those things and not being able to share them directly, I'm still at a loss when it comes to my Instagram. I can still do things like Flashback Fridays and whatnot, but I can only do that once or twice a week. You've got Throwback Thursday, Flashback Friday. If I start doing that every day, people can get tired and they're going to want to see new things. So my next plan is to allow 30 minutes a day to do sketchbook work. Now the intention behind that is that it'll be a quick piece quick black and white ink piece that I can quickly scan in, send it to Jazz, and she can upload it. The bonus is I still have some stuff in my sketchbook that no one's seen, so that allows me to post a few things, but I still need to create new content as well, and I need to put that into my schedule, my daily schedule, to ensure that that happens. So that's what my days will start to become now. So 1.5 hours of my evening, every evening, will be that schedule. That way, it's almost like creating a 100-day challenge for each project, I suppose. So all I know is every day, I know I've done work on job 1, done work on job 2, or project 1 and project 2, and project 3 if we put Instagram down as a project, because it's just this ongoing project. There's no end game, but it's a project nonetheless. It still needs to be nurtured and cared for and grown and developed over time. Instagram's changing and I need to change with it, etc, etc. So it needs to have my attention all of the time, well, every day, so I can see, what's trending and what's moving along and everything like that. So that's something I'm really putting into place as of today. So tonight I'll be doing monkey junk, then I'll do Kill the Hero, and then I'll do my 30 minutes of sketching. And I'm going to be reporting in on how all that's going throughout my videos as well. So they will sort of trickle into the 100-day challenge, I suppose, even though they've sort of come in later down the line. But hopefully this will mean by scheduling my time, I'm going to become more productive. Now I understand that my day-to-day life is different to everyone else's. I know some people who they go to work, they come home, they hit the couch, that's it, that's the end of their day. I know other people who come home, they've got families, they have to help their families and whatnot, and they're exhausted by the end of it too. I know of people who are like me, or are like an insane version of me, where they work, they come home, and they just keep working until it's bedtime. Doesn't matter who you are, I think creating a schedule is important. It's time management. If you don't start managing your time, then you start to lose control of the things that you're working on or that you want to achieve. And when you're at work in a general day-to-day job, that's how your life runs. You manage your time within those 8 hours or however long you work to ensure that everything you need to do gets done, to make sure that your boss is happy, essentially. And if your boss isn't happy, you're going to hear about it. So you should, why not apply that, I don't know what I say, it's getting a bit bright now. Why not apply that same logic to your own life and your own projects? Because if you consider yourself as the boss, imagine having to tell yourself every day that, sorry boss, I actually didn't get any work done on that comic today. And then there was a retaliation. You wouldn't want it at all. I think that's also the problem with personal projects, is there's no accountability for it, which is why the 100 days exists, etc, etc. Even then, most people are generally supportive rather than, well, you missed the day, you failed, what's the point? I'm not saying that we should be scolded for not doing these things, but by not doing them, by not scheduling your time, you start to develop habits of going, well, it's okay that I'm not going to do it tonight because I'll do it tomorrow night. And then that becomes the habit. The habit becomes the procrastination rather than the creation. And that's not what it should be. If you love making comics, but you struggle to, maybe it's time to put into action key elements, time management systems or schedules or whatever works best for you, to make sure that it all happens. Like, there's a million and one excuses, but at the end of the day, there's no excuses for not doing what you love. And as someone who loves creating comics, and as someone who has done this in the past and has procrastinated, I've had people on my back constantly last year was really rough because one, I was going through a tough time anyway. Two, I was regularly getting messages or comments or whatever like, so where's Monkey Jug? Why aren't you working on Monkey Jug? Some people will like, oh, what'd you do last night? I'm like, oh, I just went home and watched a bit of TV. I was really tired. They're like, why weren't you working on comics? And which is funny because I'm finding that now I'm saying the same thing to some of those people. You know, we all go through things, but I can honestly say now that this year's, in comparison to last year, I am far happier. Especially taking on the challenge has made me a happier person because I'm creating art every day. Sometimes it's a little bit stressful, but I'm creating every day, and that's great to me. I love it so much, and I can see a positive mental effect on me because of me just outputting art, no matter what it is. Like I don't even have to be working on Monkey Jump to be happy. I could be creating anything, just drawing. Like at the moment I'm working on a commission and I'm really enjoying it. And I think that could be a reflection on the fact that I've been drawing every day as well. When I'm not drawing as much, I have to work on a commission. It definitely feels more like work, whereas now it feels like fun because I'm consistently thinking about art and I'm consistently thinking about, you know, different style choices or different methods of how to draw something, etc., and then I can implement those into those commissions, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so I suppose this is sort of leading on to now scheduling as into like sort of the benefits of what scheduling and time management can have on your art. I think, yeah, give it a go. Like if you find that you're struggling to create art all the time, maybe it's time to start looking at how you can remedy that. How can you make sure that you start to create art every day? And maybe start looking at what excuses are you telling yourself to prevent you from creating art every day, and what things are preventing you from doing it too. So this is really segued further than I imagined it would, or at least, you know, I'm growing bigger than the discussion I thought it would. And I've only got a couple of minutes because I'm just near work now. What excuses are you telling yourself? Why are you preventing yourself from doing the thing that you love doing? Are you scared of doing it? Are you worried that it's not going to look right? Are you worried that it's going to be too much of a challenge, that you might not be able to achieve the design that you want to achieve? Are you worried that you don't understand comics enough to draw them, but you want to draw comics? You just are not 100% sure how to execute the things that you need to execute. Do you just think you're not a good artist? Are you worried that your art's not good enough for this project that you've built up to be this great thing? All of these are definitely valid excuses, but these are all reasons why you should be creating comics, because the more you create, the better you're going to become. And if I've learned anything from doing Monkey Junk, especially now, because it's worth telling you guys that I'm not 100% happy with the pages that I produce on Monkey Junk. I'm happy when I create them, but then when I see the finished product, I always want to go back and fix it and change it, because I'm like, oh, this could have been a lot better, but it's not, and now it's yeah, this is what it is, and I'm just going to deal with it. But I've pushed myself past that point, because if I don't do it, one, I won't get better, my comics won't get better, my characters won't get better, the stories won't get better. But two, I'll have not created the story that I want to create. So look, I understand those excuses, and you know, they're valid, but it's important for you guys to recognize them and try to push past them, because if you don't, you'll never create the things that you really want to create. And secondly, sorry, what was I saying? So creating excuses and distractions. So what distracts you the most? What do you find you end up doing rather than drawing, or when you're trying to draw and you come? This is something I used to do a lot, and I still do it every now and again, but I notice the triggers now, and I try and prevent them as much as possible. When I get to a point where I am drawing, say a panel that I think is going to be quite hard, or I'm not quite sure how to lay it out, or I have to say backgrounds. I hate backgrounds so much. If I'm drawing a background and I don't feel up to it, I feel like the challenges are going to be a bit more difficult, then I'll pick up my phone and I'll just start browsing Facebook or Reddit or Instagram or something, start watching people's stories. Not even art related things, like I'll just browse what people are doing to distract me. And it's very easy to get involved with those things on there, and you'll start reading, and then all of a sudden 15-20 minutes are gone, and then you can't get that back. You can't get that 20 minutes back of the night that you could have been drawing. You could have finished that panel within that 20 minutes. Video games. I haven't played video games. I've probably played my Nintendo Switch once this year. As much as I love my Nintendo Switch, as much as I love the games on it, I don't want to make time for video games anymore. Because whenever I pick that thing up, the first thing I think is, well, maybe you should be working on the comic. And that's my mind telling me that, I've got more important things to do. So yeah, anyway, I'm at work, so I've just got to work, so I don't think I've ever done one to the car park before. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys for listening. I hope this video helped. It's definitely sort of helped me air this out as well, just to talk about the subject, because I'm not perfect. I'm a man of faults as well. I don't always get it right, but I feel like as I'm getting older, these things are becoming more apparent and easier to manage. And hopefully by talking about these things, maybe it makes it easier for you guys as well. I don't know. But yeah, it was really great talking about it. I'm going to go to work now. We're having a big barbecue day, so if you guys are following my Instagram, I'll be posting some stuff on my Instagram story about it. So there's going to be a lot of meat and it's going to be delicious. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for day, I don't even know what day it is anymore, I'm just updating at this stage. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. No, I'll see you it's the weekend, so I'll see you guys in a couple of days. So the video is going to be coming in a couple of days. So probably less discussion video, more just regular vlog video, but updates nonetheless. Catch you guys later.